if a current carrying conductor, that is this red line representing a current carrying conductor, and if this current carrying conductor is placed in a magnetic field, this current carrying conductor will experience a force. It's clear. So any current carrying conductor, or not only that, if a moving charge is here, if a charge moves from suppose plus q charge moving from this direction to this direction, that will also experience a force. Okay. So two things: one, if a current carrying conductor is placed in a magnetic field, it will experience a force. Second thing, if a charge moves in this magnetic field in this direction or any direction, it will experience a force. But at which direction the experience will the force will act, at which direction the force will act, that is given by Fleming's left hand rule. So today we will learn one of the most important feature of this electromagnetism, that in which direction the force will act. Okay. So for that we need to know Fleming's left hand rule, and Fleming's left hand rule will guide us to determine in which direction the force will act. Okay. So coming to Fleming's left hand rule. So if we stretch our left hand, three fingers, thumb, index finger and middle finger, all the three fingers are mutually perpendicular to each other. Okay. So mind it, left hand, where all these three fingers are mutually perpendicular. So this is your thumb, this is your index finger and this is your middle finger. So if you stretch these three fingers in this manner, then if your middle finger gives the direction of the current and your index finger is in the direction of magnetic field, then force will act in the direction of the thumb. I am repeating, if your middle finger is in the direction of electric current, your index finger is in the direction of magnetic field, then your thumb will give the direction of force. Okay. So this is your Fleming's left hand rule, and Fleming's left hand rule is used to find the direction of magnetic force which will act on a current carrying conductor. So the direction at which the force will act on a current carrying conductor which is placed in a magnetic field is given by Fleming's left hand rule. So we will see in our earlier diagram in which direction the force will act. Okay. So here this is the direction of the current and this is the direction of magnetic field, and I will use my left hand to find in which direction the force will act. So my three fingers and this is my middle finger, and middle finger is the direction of the current. So my middle finger is in the direction of current and my index finger is in the direction of magnetic field. Magnetic field is going in this direction and current is going in this direction. So my thumb is giving the direction of force. So the force on this wire will act in upward direction because my thumb is in upward direction. So I can easily determine in which direction the force on this current carrying conductor will act. And this is my middle finger, which is in the direction of electric current, and this is my index finger, which is in the direction of magnetic field, and my thumb, you can see my thumb, thumb is acting in upward direction. So force will act on in the direction of my thumb, and this wire will move upward. Whenever this wire is placed in a magnetic field, this will experience a force in upward direction. So the force will act in upward direction, and if the force acts in upward direction, the wire will come up. The wire will come up. Okay. So this is your Fleming's left hand rule, and how we use Fleming's left hand rule in finding the direction of force on a current carrying conductor. That is taught here, that is demonstrated here also. Okay. So read the listen the video carefully, watch the video carefully, and make a note of Fleming's left hand rule. That's your work.